Back again. Another episode of a Muslim and an Atheist. Bread, what you saying, Pops?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Yo,
Good to be back.
It is good to be back, to be fair. We've had another...
We didn't have.
What do you mean?
Oh, you had a break because you was busy.
No. I was working
waiting.
and I've had a break. different.
Yeah, priorities.
But, yeah. So, I wanted to watch this video, and we're talking about, we've done a lot of faith stuff. We've done about economy. We've done about... Well, we started to do a video on poverty, didn't we? Or we talked about the Ganges and some of the health implications of how India's run, whether that's the CO2 emissions, whether it's the water being overpopulated. Video hasn't come out yet, but we'll put that up at some point. When I went to Thailand, one of the things that I remember seeing, and India to be fair, when I went to India and Thailand, but I actually remember this in Thailand more than India. The temples, seeing poor people and then seeing the temples that are so lavish was a crazy thing for me. Because 1 minute, and I'm talking you can see them both in the same image. Just looking forward, you see a gold temple, and then you just see people begging. We don't really have that here.
That's the image of the third world, though, isn't it? Every country, third world country, you'll see poverty and lavishness blended.
Yeah, because the disparity is different and there's no middle ground, which is what makes it so bad, and that's the difference. You have the same richness here and probably the same poverty, but there's middle ground here.
I don't know if we have the same poverty.
Well, we don't. Do you know what? I was just about to correct myself. We probably don't have the same poverty because we have welfare state. It's that simple, isn't it? Realistically, here, poor.
That's the benefit of empire.
Yeah, the benefit of robbing everyone else.
Oh, well, as I say, empire.
But so in contrast, what I'm saying to you is I would like to know how much do these things cost to build these temples? Like I said, even the architecture here is dead, to be honest. And I know that a lot of this stuff was built thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. So they ain't really putting these temples up now like this.
It's not a cost thing, is it? It's a necessity. It's a we were here. It's a statement. It's a people. It's, we were here. That's it. It's just like graffiti.
But that's what I'm saying. But we don't do that, do we, here now?
Yeah, they do. These El Khalifas and all these are statements, and because the intention is digitization, then it doesn't need to be physical in their mind. Everything's all mind and everything's going to blend together. So AI will process, and you know that we're in a matrix theory.
Yeah.
Technically, they could do that if they simulated everything through AI and then put you in a room and presented you, and you could move around like that stuff they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, I think that will happen.
So, but I don't think, how do you get the heat and the temperature and the smells and the this of that? So it's limited by default. People are going to go for the real thing.
What do you mean? That will be able to do that?
AI, it won't.
It will.
How will it?
Robotics will be able to heat up your body and stuff, or make you feel like your body's being heated.
So you got to put something on.
Yeah, of course. You're not just going to sit there and feel like you're being heated up, because that would just be reality, isn't it? It's creating an augmented reality for you to live in.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
Augmented reality, that's what it is. It's not reality.
Yeah, it's not reality, but they will be able to make you feel like you are in reality, innit? Somehow. They trust me, they probably can already do that stuff.
Probably.
Anyway, so what I wanted to look at was the temples of India. I went to visit a few, and they were beautiful. The craftsmanship. This is what I was talking about. Not saying we don't build buildings to say statement buildings, but I'm talking about the craftsmanship. That doesn't belong anymore. It's gone all kind of, I don't know, man, but it's just not nice. When you see what they were building hundreds, thousands of years ago, even in this country, when you looked at the buildings pre-World War, in the 18th century, they had some beauty about them. Now it's just, just get them up, get them in.
Shelter.
Yeah. Exactly. So what we're going to do is, we're going to look at these temples in India that are the richest in the entire country. And we're going to see Wagwan.
Most Indians are deeply religious and don't think twice about donating a generous portion of their wealth to temples.
Bit loud.
In fact, devotees have often been seen donating entire sacks of gold, silver, and even diamond to temples. So it's hardly surprising that some temple trusts are ridiculously rich. They are so wealthy, in fact, that a few of India's temples have a net worth more than the entire GDP of some countries. Don't believe me? Take a look.
See, that's never made sense to me. Like, I'm thinking in terms of like the Vatican. Like the Vatican's probably one of the richest cities in the world.
Countries.
Yeah, countries. So yeah, it's got like its own set of laws and stuff. And
Everything.
The Vatican, yeah. But it's just like the wealth aspect of it. Like, when it's religion, I get you need money to run organisations, and essentially the church and any religion is just another organisation, ain't it? But when we're talking about organisations that are meant to have the people first, why do they need so much money? Like, you're sitting on all this money and wealth when, like you're saying, there's people that you could be helping out there. That's not even saying that they're not helping people, but there could be more done, obviously, if you're sitting on that much wealth. Mad. And to get that wealth, you're taking it off the poor people that you're meant to be helping. That's crazy as well.
Well, they take it off the people. You assume the people are poor, sorry. But if you take like people, let's go Libya. So Libya, it became wealthy from its natural resources, and it actually brought the people up with it. So no, free education, free hospital, okay, get a house and farm, can do this and there was lots of possibilities. It wasn't, the people weren't burdened because they lived off the resource from land. Other countries have the resources and still tax the people.
Yes.
And that's where poverty is driven in. But when you have like, South Africa, Zimbabwe that has diamonds, or even this current coups that they call them going on, these are mineral-rich countries that are in absolute poverty, while France sells it at 90%. And France is rich. They're living in poverty. So all these factors, but with the Indian thing, like I said, is one quarter in it. There's so many of them. If all of them put 1 pence, it still adds up to a lot of money. So it's not that they're giving exuberant amounts of wealth, but collectively, every day, the same thing. And it's endemic in terms of it's linked to their life, their religion. The women shave their hair, somebody collects the hair, sells the hair. It's just spin-off of everything. So it's not that the poor people pay more or pay
No,
more.
I'm not saying they're paying more, but in essence, what I'm saying to you is, you see people
them so rich.
You can see people go to temples and trying to give their last because it means that much to give to the church, but realistically they can't even afford
the church or the temples.
I'm talking about religion. I'm just talking.
Is real,
I'm talking about just religions in general.
I
Obviously, I don't
those
know
mega lifts that these people have built were built for quite that purpose. In the modern context,
no,
cheap things. It's a straight hustling.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't think these were built for that reason. But what I'm saying to you is, with evolution and the way man is,
man,
that's what's come to happen. I don't even think the church was built for that. In fact,
it was absolutely built for that.
Do I think the church was
built
to rob
for any
people?
other reason?
Yeah, I guess probably.
As Constantine, he built it.
Right, let's jump in.
The Padmanabhaswamy temple located in Thiruvananthapuram isn't just the richest temple in India, but also the world. The temple The temple shot to fame in 2011 when 5 secret cellars were opened after being sealed for decades. What was found could render anyone speechless.
How come the English never teach it?
Antique gold ornaments, a gold idol of Mahavishnu estimated to be worth 500 crore rupees, a sack full of diamonds, golden crowns, 17 kilograms of gold coins, gold trinkets weighing.
How come that's not in London? How could they hide that through the British colonial thing? It was sealed. That's what she said, innit? And they didn't plunder it, and the English plundered India to its core.
They probably tried, didn't it? They probably just
When it
didn't
was
reach the
sealed,
parts.
the British wouldn't try. They would have took that, bruv. India was its cash cow, period. There was no, the diamonds. Look at this. They found diamonds and things from its original
Yeah, but you have to
state.
think as well, like whether they found it or not, you don't know if someone did find it and had it in India. Because remember,
In England.
no, in India,
Oh.
like you don't know if a rich British person had this
Held
stuff
onto it at the
in
time.
India. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
what the woman said was this temple was sealed from long time. So, you know, like the English went to South America, run up on the temples, killed the people, plundered all the gold, took it, right? So that's what they did in India as well. They stripped it of its gold and acid. So how did this temple survive through British Raj? That's my first question. Carry on.
1 ton,
Intact.
an 18-foot long golden necklace, and thousands of pieces of antique jewelry were found.
Oh, you hear me say?
The Padmanabhaswamy
Slip up.
Temple Trust is so rich, no one can actually even estimate its worth. But it's touted to be over ₹1 trillion.
And Prince Charles don't have it.
Tirupati's Balaji temple was considered India's wealthiest temple till the treasure of Padmanabhaswamy was discovered. But it is still the world's wealthiest temple in terms of the donations it has received. Dedicated to Lord Venkateshwara, this temple receives donations worth almost 40 crore rupees every single day. In addition to that,
Mascaro, like
I was
that,
literally just about to
millions.
say in the comments, someone let me know what crores rupees is. So
It must
what
be millions.
I'm gonna say like billions, probably, on it.
Billions a day, that would be millions maybe.
A day. Yeah. If it's a day, sorry, I thought you meant like overall, but yeah, if it's a day, maybe not even that. Might be a couple 100,000 if you think about rupees.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
talk about
trying
it.
to
I
think.
think that's normal money for in business, 100,000 a day. But she's saying it's making so much per day, so that's gonna
Yeah,
be
but if you
millions
think,
in it.
yeah,
The
if
richest in the
yeah,
world.
but let's say if I'm making 500,000 rupees a day, that's P every single day. Yeah. So if you're making
5,000
millions a day,
years.
that's next level. But even if you're making 500k a day, that's next level.
Let's go on, let's hear it. What it is, millions or billions? Gonna
Yeah.
be a
Someone,
what was
someone
it called?
please, Corona rupees or something. Someone let us know what it is, please.
Temple Trust has gold ornaments of over 50 tons. Every year, the temple converts 3,000 kilograms of gold received in donation boxes from pilgrims as gold reserve deposits with India's nationalized banks.
Yeah.
Sai Baba has millions of followers all over the world. And the Shirdi Temple Trust is reportedly the 3rd richest in India. Estimated to
then,
be
you know they're
worth
rich.
around 2,000 crore rupees, the trust is known for helping the needy in times of crisis. 380 kilograms of gold and over 4,000 kilograms of silver are believed to be a part of this temple's earnings. The temple also gets donations worth almost 200 crore rupees every year.
There it is again. Every year. Gotta be billions.
The holy cave of Vaishno Devi gets over 1 crore pilgrims each year, making it the second most visited temple in India after Tirupati. Reports suggest that the temple, which is located at an altitude of 5,200 feet in the Himalayas, collects cash donations worth 500 crore rupees every year. Apart from this, it has got 1.2 tons of gold in the last 5 years. Mumbai's famous Siddhivinayak temple is dedicated to Lord Ganesh and is visited by lakhs of devotees, including several big politicians, renowned businessmen, and Bollywood stars. Reports suggest that the temple earns around 125 crore rupees annually and has amassed around 1.5 tons of gold. Amritsar's Golden Temple has tremendous religious significance. It is the holiest shrine in Sikhism. The upper floors of the Gurdwara have been constructed using 400 kilograms of gold. The holy Guru Granth Sahib kept inside the temple is studded with diamonds, precious stones and jewels. It is estimated that an average 40,000 pilgrims visit the Golden.
Well, we know why England came to India.
They build buildings in gold and jewelry. Build the building in it.
I think I've just found that.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if this is right, but I think it's 40 million crore rupees is 400,000 pounds. Yes, I think. I could be wrong, but
Indian currency weak.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out there.
Second, third strongest economy and weak currency.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like now, but I remember when I was going there, you do literally get like, I think, for £1 you was getting like 500 rupees. It was mad, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So if you just change like £100, you had bag of notes, like yeah. But yeah, of course, this is what I was trying to tell you. And like, you don't see this level of building and architecture in England here ever. Well, I guess we ain't got no gold, have we? So we wouldn't. Like England.
Well, they invented the pirate. It was for a reason.
Yeah, but they ain't got no gold buildings like this, have they? They've stood the test of time.
They got a building like this even without the gold. Nah. England, well, how would they do it? They couldn't do it here, man. Too many crazies. A gold building. English people crazy, man. You know that. A gold building, them not connected to God like that. I think it's the devotion to God that everybody would kill you straight away if you did something funny in that place. In England, you got people walk into your place and get their paint and graffiti pen out and start drawing on it because they don't value anything.
True.
You see any graffiti on that, go to Poland, you'll see, lots of great. Do you see any graffiti and them? This is, that me say, a European thing, destruction. Them people have built.
That graffiti is not destruction, it's art.
Graffiti? It's art when it's on your business. When it's on my things, it's destruction. Art on your canvas, yes. All over my train, my building, my hallways, no,
Yeah,
destruction.
Alright, come, let's jump in.
Visit the Golden Temple every day, and donations give it an annual income of around 50 crore rupees. A large part of these earnings are given back to society through a massive community kitchen that is constantly feeding people. Situated on the banks of river Ganga, Varanasi's Kashi Vishwanath temple has managed to maintain its glory despite being looted and demolished in the past. The temple hosts almost 50 lakh devotees every year. The annual donation received is around 5 crore rupees. Apart from this, the temple has 3 domes, 2 of which are plated with
like
solid
20 quid
gold.
or something then, really, innit?
The Kashi Vishwanath temple's latest records peg its worth around 75 crore rupees.
Crore rupees means something. It's not just rupees. The crore bit.
The wealth of Gujarat's Somnath temple was so bountiful that Turkish ruler Mahmud of Ghazni looted it 17 times for its gold and silver collections. It was also looted by Aurangzeb and later by Portuguese invaders. But despite all these attacks, the temple retains its splendor. While the exact wealth of the trust remains undisclosed, the temple possesses plenty of assets, including 1,700 acres of land, giving it a spot in this list of India's wealthiest temples. Located in Gujarat, the temple is known for receiving sacks of gold and diamond jewelry from diamond merchants. Madurai's Meenakshi temple witnesses a footfall of almost 20,000 devotees on a daily basis, from whom it earns an annual income of around 6 crore rupees.
What it is, I just love like the architecture of these things. I say like, how did they build it, and why aren't people building buildings like this now?
They do.
Look at the intricacy of that.
They do, man. Like I said, it's more intricate in other places. But yeah, this one is... There was an argument, and it's all that scripture stuff related. Their designs and their buildings.
Do you reckon they try and be closer to God?
Something.
That's why it's high.
Going on
That's why
there,
they're trying to get high.
But some freaky thing, man. So, but it's not that they're beautiful. They're just complex and complicated, and aesthetically it shows greatness. But that's what every empire tries to show, that it's beauty.
That's what I mean. It's intricate, and it's
But
like,
now it's just boxes, man. Boxes and screws. It's time. They don't want craftsmen or tradesmen in the West. They've outsourced everything, I think. They just want the management aspect of it. So the architects here wouldn't put the time in to design that. Whereas I would assume in England there are templates that they must use for this already, because it's impossible for them to do the maths on that again. There must be templates.
why would it be impossible?
It would take forever, man. Working at all them columns and... Come on, man. Yo. Is there windows, or is it like lots of gaps? Where's the strength and all this, how them design houses?
I'd like to see what it's like on the inside. Like, are they all rooms inside, or is it going to be like a big open space with high ceilings?
I would imagine they do something up there.
I
Why
think
just go up there?
I think there are windows. I don't know, but something.
During the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam festival, plenty of donations are seen in gold, silver and diamonds. The temple also has 2 carts made from gold that add to its net worth. Puri's Jagannath temple is one of the Char Dhams of Hinduism and receives nearly 30,000 worshippers daily, which can go up to 70,000 on festivals. The temple once got nearly 2 crore rupees donation from a European devotee. There are also 30,000 acres of land registered under the name of Lord Jagannath. Estimates suggest that the deities are adorned in 209 kilograms of gold during the Rath Yatra. The entire worth of the temple is more than 150 crore rupees. How many of these temples have you visited? Let us know in the comments. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel to discover more about incredible India.
some real wealth there. Some real wealth. But I think a crore rupee is 10 million rupees.
So when they say 6 crore rupee, what they're saying they're 10 millions.
Well, yeah, 60 million rupees. Now I think 10 million rupees is basically 100 grand. So if you've got 40 crore, that's 400 million rupees. So I think it is millions.
Yeah, and I'm going to imagine if you set up a system to occupy, oppress, and plunder somebody, and then you set up a financial system straight after and say, okay, you're free, like we see with France, they're probably suppressing India's monetary rate so that they get the same value as physical oppression.
Yeah.
So it's probably worth it because Indian gold, I'm not sure why is Indian gold different from normal gold. Less gold in the less percentage of gold. So Indian has its own gold in it.
Yes.
And it's widespread, they all wear it, but it's cheap. It's not the same price as normal gold.
It's different. No, I think isn't it more expensive, Indian gold? Is it cheaper? It's more
normal
rich.
gold more expensive, man.
Like it's got more of a yellow rather than a dark bronze to it. And
yeah, and it's not rose gold or nothing, and it's not white gold. Indian gold is like what them used to do with the hip hop big chains and thing, I believe, but I don't know, that was never gold, that was just tin. These are anomalies. Let's look at something that explains the difference, how the finances work, so we can understand what they're talking about long term. Because that crores, I ain't never heard of crores before today. So
we'll have a look. All right, then. So that was these temples in India. Again, just before I sign off, man. Like the temples are beautiful. I personally think that that's like when we talk about culture and holding on to our culture and holding on to the little things that make your country what it is. Like in England, everything's just the same. Like you
Boxes.
go anywhere, box. So it don't really matter. Like you can go places now. It's like when you go to town, they've still got some of like the old
back to backs.
Nah, like the old buildings. So not town. Is it town? I'm thinking of.
Digbeth.
Yeah, like the
Digbeth's
Victorian. Not even Digbeth.
You're talking about the corporate buildings.
No, I'm talking about like the Georgian buildings. You get me, like the Georgian
but in city centre, like
yeah.
Corporation Street and then big ones, townhouse.
Yeah. So there's a couple, and then buildings look nice.
But they're in every big city, so that was also the city's growing and we're getting status and all that stuff. So like me say, when it was Hamlets like Aston, and then there was a big nothing from here to town, and the Handsworth was big for rich people. So as they built the city, the 3 super landlords, then they build those sorts of buildings. So you go to some cities, they haven't got none. That's because it was never a big city. You go to Wolverhampton, they don't have that kind of arc. They wasn't big at the time.
Yeah.
So they have a modern.
But that was just more industrial, and them things were built around industrial things like Wolverhampton and that, innit? So I guess they was building factories and stuff out there, and then they just built houses to hold.
Well, it was still rural. Like I would say, you'd still have your gypsies and thing pulling up in Wolverhampton, whereas that didn't happen in Birmingham. It was peripheral. Wolverhampton only became a city in 1992.
Okay.
It was a borough council before that.
Okay.
So it's a new city. It was a hamlet. It's just growing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, you know what I mean? Like I said to you, man, like the architecture's changed. Look at the boring. Like some people love that.
But they've retained the old stuff in there same way. You know, that church at Digbeth, they got significant...
Yes, right. So you've got, is it St. Paul's or something?
I don't know what it's called, something like
but
that.
you've got the church on it.
So they got that bubble building next to it, modern architecture, and then you got this classic.
Exact. Some of it I like, don't get it twisted. Some looks good, like the library. I think the library looks good. The new library. That looks nice. Nice, man. Yeah, man. Broad Street, the new library. Wicked.
I've been up there for years.
But yeah, some of it, nah, man. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, man. That was these temples in India that are richer than entire countries. We out. Peace.